with everything. It is Tuesday, April 22nd. It's about 11 a.m. 66 degrees. I'm out here today because my focus for the projects today is I need to plant my grapevines. So I thought today would be an opportune day. We've gotten rain for the past, yesterday, all day rain. So I haven't been out in the garden much. Figured I'd come see what's going on in here. Try not to disturb anything. Just make sure everybody is doing it okay. Alright. This is the Brussels sprouts. And as you can tell, or maybe you're not able to tell, but I'm gonna definitely put some water on some of those pots. Alright, let's see what the beets are doing. And as you can see, we got a little bit of germination still going on. So we'll let them do their thing. I think I'm like a nosy neighbor. Keep bothering stuff when I probably don't need to be. I need to resow all these peas. And this is my rat-tailed radishes that came in on, I want to say Friday or Saturday. Got those planted up. Everybody in there. Nothing has sprouted yet. Alright, I'm kind of sort of excited. I'm not sure. I don't know. I'm hopeful. But can you see that? Can you see that? That's green. I don't know. That might be a weed. Nothing in here. I don't know. I don't know. Might be weeds. I don't know. Right there. I don't know. Definitely don't know about these or that. But I'm hopeful. Fingers crossed. Alright, it's 5 p.m. and I am back out here. I managed to get some peas, resow some peas, some cabbage, and some carrots. And since the rain kind of softened the topsoil in this area, I managed to get that spread out a bit. So I'd say I'm about 1/3 of the way complete. I got some weeds already starting to spring up, so I need to get on top of this. But as you can see, it's overcast and most likely we're in for some more showers. And I still haven't yet worked in these two beds. I did tackle that and get some weeds up from that. I got some weeds in here I need to tackle. I managed to get some mulch spread out in some areas where I saw some green stuff sprouting up. Now this is going to be shallow no matter what sprout up because it has plastic and cardboard under this mulch. But came out and found a big old raccoon deceased in that corner. Got my husband to throw him out in the field right there. I don't understand all this land around here, why they gotta find my garden to come and die in, but I digress. So the buckets that I have here, with all the wind and the rain, it blew over, so I decided to take it to the back and got the soil put in that. I just need to bring it back up here. But slowly but surely. So I'm gonna end this vlog here for today and catch you later. I'm enjoying how my apple tree is looking now that it's budding out, and can't wait to see what the harvest look like from this tree this year. Good morning, good beautiful morning. It is April 24th, 2025. It's about 8 a.m. It is currently 53 degrees, going up to 81. So we're going to have a repeat of yesterday. Yesterday, weather was exactly the same. Calm, not windy, high 80s. And I managed to get the grass cut. That being said, what am I working on today? Well, I am thinking I still need to get those 3 beds with the railroad ties topped off with soil. So I think that's going to be my priority. And I need to start getting the stuff around the corn crib base in the burn pit. So that might be number 2 on the list. Yesterday I did manage to go around to all the shrubs and plants and everything that's poked its head out and do some granular fertilization. So for my rose bush over there, I got some rose stone for that. The irises got some plantain. The boxwoods up front got some plantain, and the tulips by the garage, I just put some bulb tone around those, and yeah, just basically try to hit everything with some fertilizer this season and hopefully give them a boost. So I'm gonna try not to put too much on the plate today because those 2 tasks are big tasks to get accomplished. So let's get started. But before we go outside, let's do a mail call. So you remember I told you that I ordered some rat-tail radish seeds. I ordered them via Etsy, and we had a bit of a snafu with delivery. It would say it's gonna, be delivered today and never show up, and then contacted the seller, who was kind enough to resend me some seeds. But before she did that, I had went on Botanical Interest website. It comes with a seed starting guide, and I got some more rat-tail radishes. This says these are heirlooms. Now, I had already planted up the Etsy seeds, and I am thinking about if I want to plant these up. Sell by 12/31. So we'll see how successful I am with the Etsy seeds before I decide if I'm going to drop these or not. And then as a thank you gift, I got lettuce. I'm not going to pronounce that. I'll put it on the screen. Yeah, so that's my mini haul. And once again, these came from Botanical Interest. Pretty reasonable. It's $2.69 for this packet of seeds, and it was free shipping, so thought I'd try them out. All right, it is now 9. Back out here, figured I'd start with these 2 smaller beds before I tackle that big one. Not a fun project that I'm looking forward to, but gotta be done, so let's get started. So it's about an hour later. I got 8 wheelbarrow full in here. I think I'm gonna spread it out. Then I'm gonna take a break. It's getting warm and I'm overdressed. So I'll come back in a little bit and start on that bed. managed to get some weeds knocked down here, and I'd like to come back out here in an hour and complete this section, which probably gonna be 8 to 10 more wheelbarrows, and then put that side over for a later date, i.e. Saturday. Perhaps it's supposed to be nice on Saturday, but that's where we are, and we are at a stopping point. All right, 6:30, and we're gonna call it a day. Managed to get this area completed, so just need to work on that area on Saturday. I'm already hearing the roaring of thunder, so I know the rain is coming. Now I have those 3 beds that I still need to amend the soil, and I ordered some cocoa coir, so we're going to see how this works for me. Now this is Cocoa Mega Brick Premium Organic Plant Medium, and it's supposed to give me 11 pounds of workable soil. So I am going to put it in the wheelbarrow, have it sit out, and see how it turns out. Granted, I'm able to catch the potting soil on sale when I purchase it. However, buying bags of soil can get expensive. Now, that is not enough water, I'm sure, to do what's required, but it's gonna be out here. I'm gonna put it in that corner over there, and plus I got a hole in here in the wheelbarrow, so that's it. All right, good everything. It is Friday the 25th of April 2025. It's about 11 a.m. and 67 degrees. So I need to clarify some stuff just in case you were wondering. This area where you see the grass hadn't been cut, and in between my beds, I want to clarify, these are the only 2 spots I didn't get cut because the push mower that I use around here hadn't been serviced yet for the season. So just clarifying that. I'm thinking that I want to do the weeding in this bed and hopefully get some soil in there and be done with this project. As to this bed, I want to make it my sweet potato bed. The slips that I overwintered were not successful, so I have to order some more. And as to my cocoa coir situation, this is what we're looking at, but I need to get this blended with the compost and put in the beds so I could free up this lawnmower, wheelbarrow, to complete that bed project over there. And we got rain around 4-day morning, so I'd say anywhere from 1 a.m. to 5 a.m. Soil seems to be doing okay. I need to open up the greenhouse, get some air circulating in there, and then we'll tackle these projects. Also, I started this blog saying I was going to get my grapes planted, and I did. And here is the Reliance. It got a little scorched on the leaves because the last 2 days obviously was in the 80s. That is the Niagara, and this one is the Marquise. Now I do plan to drop 2 more. I found some replacements, the Catawba and the Concord, and I'll nuzzle them in between those soon. Alright, so it's about an hour later. Managed to get these beds dressed. I changed my mind about finishing off this big bed because the soil is still damp from the rain, and that's gonna be a little too much that I want to trek today. So I'm going to open the windows on this greenhouse and most likely call it a day with this vlog. So I did have some leftover cocoa core, so I sticked it in there. And oh, I need to show you one more time. So I took the soil out of the pots in which my cuttings were, so i.e. the elderberry, mulberry, and pear cuttings, and I mixed them with the soil, repurposed them for these beds. And as I was going through my cuttings, I noticed that I have 3 that may have survived. As I was telling you yesterday, I managed to pot 4 cuttings. I'm not sure if it's elderberry or mulberry. Definitely not pear, but I snap, crackled, and pop a little too much and cracked one of the survivors. So I'm trying to tape it here in hopes that it would, you know, callus over and survive this experiment. So it's Saturday now. It's about 2 p.m. Hubby is cutting grass. My push mower has been serviced, so I'm gonna attempt to it's green right there. Those are budding out. I'm going to attempt to mow the grass in between. I also managed to drop some peas in this bed, and I did some sunflower back there over by the vineyard, so add some color in that general area. Got the grass cut in between the beds, and the delivery of my replacement plants for the orchard showed up. So I believe it should have peach, pear, plum, apricot, cherry. I think those. I'm looking for a nectarine. I'd also like to add a nectarine to the orchard. Anyway, I'm going to wrap up this vlog for the week here. Say thanks for stopping by. Trust everyone had a blessed week and an awesome weekend. And sisters willing, I'll catch you on the next one.